Hello everyone, we're so happy that you're taking your time to watch us again. It's Rendez-vous, and I'm here, Liliane, your host. And we've got a big news to announce. Our two co-hosts are no longer with us today.
Exactly, Marie and Patience had to relocate. So we found two new ladies.
Beautiful ladies.
As you can see, they're here.
And
then they can introduce themselves so you get to know them.
Marie?
My name is Marie. I live in Ottawa, and I'm excited to be here. I'm looking forward to hang out and discuss interesting topics.
Oh, we will.
And my name is Claudia, and I also live in Ottawa, and I've been watching the show, and I'm really excited to join the team. So I know we're gonna do this, and we're gonna have lots of fun. So
Sure. We're glad to have you ladies.
And thank you to you, our viewers, for your comments. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate your suggestions. Keep sending us emails, telling us what you want to have us talk about. Anything you have as a suggestion, don't forget to leave us just a comment. It would be helpful to us.
And if you want to be a guest, let us know.
Yeah, we'll be glad to have some guests on
Exactly.
on our show. So today, our topic is one interesting topic. We will be speaking again about relationships, and this time we'll talk about long distance relationships. So, ladies, my question to you and obviously my viewers, and do you think long distance relationships are sustainable, healthy, or even possible to begin with? So I'll start with Marie.
Okay.
What do you think? Just
Personally speaking, it's possible. It's a lot of work, a lot of communications. You have to know what you want in a relationship, and a lot of compromises. So it's a question of what you're looking for, what are the goals you guys would like to accomplish. But just be realistic that there's going to be a lot of challenges you're going to have to overcome, but it's possible.
It's possible.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think it's healthy and sustainable?
It is healthy because, I mean, you don't want to be with someone that's always in your space. And they're always like asking and checking up on you all the time.
You don't want them to be around you all the time?
Not all the time, because I mean, I like I like my independence.
So what if you get married? What, they're gonna be around you?
There's a difference between marriage.
When you're ready for that.
No, but don't you
No,
think
but
you
the
need to
relationship
prepare
you
for
get into,
that?
yeah.
You need to prepare for that before.
Wait, we got too much in depth on this.
Let's keep it
yes or no.
The moment that you say, I want to take this to the next level,
Uh-huh.
I can discuss
I can
it.
be
Then you
mentally
have
ready
space
for
at that time to.
That's right, because there's beginner stage, and then
And
there's
for that
development
stage,
stage,
you
and
wanna
then there's an ending stage.
Yeah.
At the beginning stage to me is, if we're gonna keep this happen,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna make it happen. Let's think about it. If you read in Essence magazine, there are a lot of marriages, couples relationship, long distance. At one point, they had to leave their home and do their own thing, whether it's a career, whether it was going in the army.
For sure.
But then, if that love is strong, it can happen. It's possible.
But that has nothing to do with space, though. That's not space.
And
Okay.
do you think relationships long distance relationships are possible?
yes, I do think it's possible. It all depends on what you want. What are your goals in life? What you want to achieve? And like Marie said, there's a beginning to everything. And if you're gonna start a long distance relationship, communication is the key.
Yes.
But do you
pretty
think they're
much.
sustainable and healthy?
They are healthy depending on what you want and depending on what you intend on getting out of the relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for you?
Well, for me personally, I do think that you do have to have trust. I mean, if you don't have that in a long distance relationship, you're not even bothered because
That's true.
it's going to be very frustrating, very exhausting, and I don't think you want to put yourself
But
in that situation.
so you think they're possible?
There
and
are
sustainable and
possible,
healthy?
yes, as long as you guys come to a common ground and you understand what your relationship is about. It's a long distance relationship, and you come to appreciate each other. And you know, when you're talking, you have to spend more time talking too. I mean, these days, this technology is great.
It's
You
great.
know,
We can see each
call,
other for sure.
Skype, whatever, FaceTime, whatever you can do.
Yeah.
But I think it is. It is.
Okay.
But it's a
possible,
question
yes.
of
Anyone
what
wants
is
to know
long
my
distance.
opinion?
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, what's your word?
Well, I believe they're possible. They're quite sustainable. In terms of a healthy relationship, maybe not as much as a non-long distance relationship, just because you don't get to see the person so much. So you miss the person more, which means you like most of the time you're just like, oh my God, I wish it was here. So in that aspect, they're not 100% as healthy as non-long distance relationship. but they can become long distance. They can become healthy as if you can like have a self-discipline. You know that you're gonna see that person very soon, and also there comes a question of how long is the distance, right?
Yes.
So if now we've all agreed that long distance relationships are possible, what do you guys think that's like? How long can it be? Because I've got people that are dating people back home in Africa and stuff. But before we get to that point, we'll take a break and then we'll come right back.
You are watching MalaikaTV.com, the first Afro-Caribbean web television in Canada. New shows, new content, and a new image. Watch Malaika TV and enjoy your time.
Would you like to promote a social event, a music album, or a project in the Afro-Caribbean community? Even more, you just open a new business. It could be a drugstore or a barbershop, and you would like to attract more customers. The solution is quite simple. Buy an advertising space on Malaika TV and receive a bigger visibility in all the Afro-Caribbean community in Canada. For further information, please contact us on d.finance@malaikatv.com.
Welcome back to Rendez-vous again. We're talking about long distance relationships. Are they possible, sustainable, and healthy? We've already spoken about it being possible, and we've all agreed that it is possible to have a long distance relationship. But now, how long can it last? Is it really sustainable to have a long distance relationship? What do you think, Claudia?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say, how did you guys meet in a relationship? Did you guys meet when you guys were already in different parts of the world? Or did you guys, first of all, meet when you guys were in the same part of the world?
Okay.
Let's say, for instance, an example, if you guys were both in Ottawa, and then maybe the guy had to relocate for school, for work, or for anything, family matters, or for anything. At least you guys had the opportunity to get to know each other and enjoy each other's presence. But now the guy had to relocate. So I think, and also if you think about it, let's say the guy's in Ottawa and you're maybe in Calgary or in Toronto. That's not too far compared to the guy being in Africa or the guy being in Europe, or you could always take a trip every end of the month or every 2 months to go visit the guy. And it's all about, like Garcia said earlier, it's all about trust and it's all about communication.
So
and also
it
what
is
you want to
sustainable.
achieve in the end, yes. So I believe it's sustainable, yes.
All right. And what about you, Mary?
It can be sustainable. How can I say this? Personally speaking, I was seeing this guy. It was about 2 hours relationship, and we met from we were in different towns.
Okay.
And
2 hours not bad.
it was not bad. It was it's like Ottawa to Montreal.
That's not the longest. It wasn't the size of it. You don't let them come right now. It's like minimum. You can
That's the thing. Long distance vary from person to person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, for me too, it's like if
No, but
in
it
Canada,
is-
it's quite long distance.
You're downtown Ottawa now in Canada.
Oh my Sorry about that.
It's okay. I lost my train of thought, but it's okay. In the beginning, I seriously thought it was sustainable.
Yeah.
It was just that fresh, that honeymoon phase, like, yeah, we're gonna make this happen. And as time went by, it was like, okay, we reaching a block, you know. It was more, one was giving more of each other than the other one was. So it can be sustainable, but it really depends what is the goal that you want in that relationship and what you want to get out of it. If you want to get out of if you want to get something great long term, make it happen, work about it, communicate it to each other, dedicate it to that. But if you know at one point it's reaching that plateau level, then let it go.
Let it go. But that can happen in any relationship. So it's not just long distance.
Exactly.
But so you think it could be sustainable, but not as much as. And I agree with you, because if that guy was probably in Ottawa, you have more reason to work hard at it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because like there's a fish right here. Why do I have to work extra hard for it? All the way to always,
But it really depends what you wanted to get out of the relationship.
Exactly. If you actually
If
don't
it's something
care.
long term, it can be sustainable.
Yeah.
It's just you have to put more work into it.
For sure.
More effort,
Yeah.
extra work. But if it's like if it's something short term, just to pass the time.
Yeah,
we all know
yeah.
we have little summer
Of course.
fling,
Just,
winter fling, fall fling. But I'm just saying, at that point, you know, okay, you know what? It's sustainable for that period of
For
time.
time,
I'm
and
gonna
then
make that
I'll-
little bit of effort.
Yeah,
that's
but then
it.
after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's good. Me personally, I think it can be sustainable, and it depends, as you girls already talked about it. Communication is very important in any kind of relationship. It really doesn't matter, but in a long distance relationship, it's even more important because you have to communicate your feelings. You have to communicate how you feel and let them know. If you miss them, tell them I miss you. Then they say, well, it's not possible for me to come and see you this week. Try. You have to let them know. Like, try at least, or can I come if that's okay? You just find time for each other. Communicate regularly and do not be afraid to say how you feel. It can be sustainable, and kudos to all those who do it, but I don't think I can do it.
For sure.
I've tried it. It's exhausting. I really hope. I hope. Oh my God, I've done.
Years, months, weeks, days.
I mean. Okay.
How far was the person?
There has been States, Canada, Africa.
You've been everywhere, girl. You've been everywhere.
But there's those people that you meet and they have to relocate.
Yeah.
That's the kind of relationship. It's not like I don't go on the internet and find them. Okay?
International students kind of guys. It's like, really? If you're never graduating, why did you start this thing?
No, but the thing is, that's why I always say you have to know what your foundation is. If you guys don't communicate, you guys don't have the same goals and the same goals, same what you want to achieve in life. So I am not even gonna get into a relationship if I know the guy we don't have the same goals. Where I want to be in 2 years, if that's not where the guy wants to be in 2 years, then we don't even.
But what I'm gonna say, I think it can be sustainable. Not for everybody. It's not for everybody. If you're the kind of person who likes loving, you want loving every minute, no, do not get in a relationship. I think long-distance relationship, it's mostly dedication. If you really dedicate to that person, you sprung over that person, then you can sustain it. Yes. But if you're the kind of person who's like, no, you're in a relationship because you need the person to be with you, no, it's not for you. And also you want somebody to be there all the time. So it's really about, because you could do Skype and all that, but you still want that hand to be holding you. You want, physical presence. All right, ladies, we'll take another break and then we'll come back to speak about whether or not the long-distance relationship can be healthy.
C'était un rêve qui est devenu réalité. Aujourd'hui, nous avons un réseau avec des émissions, des nouvelles, des images destinées à la diaspora afro-caribéenne. C'est Malaika TV. Soutenons Malaika TV pour rendre notre communauté meilleure.
Do you know why Malaika TV is the best web television ever? That's because it provides constructive topics concerning us, the Afro-Caribbean community. Malaika TV promotes a positive image of the community and provides a platform of exchange of ideas and debates so that we can learn from each other. Malaika TV projects successful examples of this community in order to promote the development of the Afro-Caribbean community in Canada.
Again, welcome back, and now we're going to speak about healthy long-distance relationships. So my friend here spoke about the fact that she can't do long-distance relationships. Okay? So
I did not say I can't, but I'd rather not.
Yeah, you'd rather not. And so do you think it could be healthy? Why or why not?
It could be healthy, yes. Okay. And again, it's...
Why? How can it be healthy?
It can be healthy if you guys know exactly what you're doing. It's not those friend benefit kind of relationship. Those are not even relationship. I mean, you have to be really serious about that person. Yeah. You have to care enough to be that person. Yeah. And try not to stress them too much. Try to be trustworthy. Try to be understanding. Understanding is very important. If you're not understanding, I don't think it's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
And it cannot be, healthy. It's healthy that way, yes. Unhealthy in a way that you do not trust. You don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? He's supposed to always calls me at this time, but he didn't call me at this time.
But is it unhealthy more a question of insecurity of that person?
Well, yes,
That's a good point.
I guess yes. You know,
You're more
I think so,
insecure
yeah.
when you're not around, right?
We
Because
all have a level of insecurity.
Yeah.
we do.
But if you're
Yes.
always questioning, why is it not
No,
coming?
but I'm not saying no. I'm saying I'll give you a reason why
Yeah.
it could help. Now I'm giving you an example where it cannot be unhealthy. You
Yeah.
know, when you start worrying, well, we always talk at this time, but today we didn't talk at this time. They're supposed to
What
text
did we
me
do?
every morning. This morning they text
So
me.
what about
You know
me?
what I mean?
You're overanalyzing it. It's like,
At that, when you start thinking about stuff like that, yes,
Okay.
then that could be very
What I
bad
wanna
for
say-
you.
Well, I think I'm gonna say from what Alessia said, it's pretty much because we don't tend to give what we want to get.
Exactly, yeah.
Like one of my philosophies in life, you have to give what you want to receive. So if you
Correct.
don't call the guy, if you don't text the guy, for instance, and you're thinking, oh,
No, it's good.
he didn't call
Oh,
me
I'm
today.
that kind of person.
Oh, he didn't do this. Oh, he didn't.
Yeah.
You can do that too.
Exactly.
Because he
Yeah,
also needs
no.
that.
It's so good that
for
you-
mutual, you know. So
Yeah.
you have to.
It's actually good that you brought that
Yeah.
up topic because there's so many other women that feel like the men should be always
Always.
doing
Oh,
everything.
they're meant to need that.
Yeah,
And
Exactly, they
attention
need
and
attention.
affection
Not
and
just
love
because
and
they're not
respect
showing
and
it doesn't mean they
everything.
don't. Sorry,
So
Mary,
what
go
about
ahead
you,
and
Mary?
talk.
I'm like thinking all this. I'm like, oh,
Yo, why you
Lord.
Go ahead and talk.
It came, okay. When I was in that relationship, at the beginning it was healthy because I'm a very independent person. I like controlling things. Okay, I'm gonna go see at this time. I'm gonna put you at that time because I was doing my study, right? So I was able to add you from this time to this time. I'm gonna see you, and it was okay with him because it was like 2 hours away. But it became unhealthy when, to me, that aspect mentally, when I felt like I was putting so much and I was not getting anything back.
Yeah.
You're controlling on life.
No, but I'm just being honest.
Yeah, she's being real.
real.
She's being
I'm
real.
just being real.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to know.
So,
what's
gentlemen, be aware. Yeah.
Real talk, guys.
However, I have learned, but you know what? I'm just being real. As
Yeah,
a
for
normal
sure. Oh,
person
yeah,
speaking,
yeah, respect.
I like to know. I like to know what's going on in my life. And
But that's a different knowing when it
But it
was
was
going on being
unhealthy.
controlling.
It
That
was
was a whole
unhealthy.
different
It was
story.
unhealthy mentally, where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna put him there. So
Yeah.
he was not doing things I wanted to do, and I was like,
That's what I mean by
I was
how
But were you
Because
communicating with
exactly,
him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
when I was
absolutely.
at one point we lost that communication.
Were you communicating with him right? Because you could be communicating with
The
him. not
wrong,
communicating
exactly.
I was
The
not-
wrong way.
We're not doing
Yeah.
counseling, ladies. We're not doing counseling.
No,
No,
I'm
counseling, we're talking about healthy relationship, you know?
You're trying to
Yeah.
find out why it became unhealthy.
It was
for
unhealthy
her.
for me, like mentally, because I was putting too much into it. I was overanalyzing.
But that's
I
just
was
an individual
over-controlling,
situation,
and
right?
then he
It's
kind of
not
like took
general.
distance away himself, and I was like, "What's going on? Why is he not doing this anymore?"
Did you ask him why?
I was asking him. I was communicating that with him, but he just did not respond to me the way I would have wanted.
So
to
that's mostly that's really like what happened with her, right? But in general approach, I think when I say healthy or unhealthy, I'm mostly speaking about emotional. You know, emotionally speaking, like the fact that you're gonna be similar with her so much that it's like, oh my god. Because I remember when I was in a long distance relationship, it was only in Toronto, and I was going crazy sometimes. You know, after midterm, you just want to cuddle and be like, oh man, I nailed that exam, but you can't have that. And
You could have it happen by 5 hours.
for 5 hours. But by the time you get there, you won't get it. You can 10 hours. You know, it's gone. You know,
Unless they had a
it's not
private
like-
jet to pick me up.
Exactly. So that's the part where it can become unhealthy. But you have to know what you're looking for,
Yes.
what you want. You really have to know how you can really It's mostly self-discipline.
Yeah.
Can you discipline your body to wait?
Your body.
Yeah, it's obviously it's about
It's
the
a mental
body.
thing, yeah.
It's a mental thing. You have to be like, you know, it's okay if he can't touch me today. He'll touch me next week. He'll come next week. You know, it's really about that. As long as-
It's finding that common ground.
yeah, you really have to plan. You have to know that every 2 weeks he can come see you.
Exactly.
But and then don't plan it too much like every week, every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It has to come like 1
Yeah.
week, 3 days, 2 weeks. It has to make it seem like it's a person that you can see anytime. It's gotta be more like it can't always be planned.
And surprise
And
them.
you gotta know how long is too long.
Reasons.
For me, how long is too long? It's when it's away, like too far from you can't go there. Like dating someone in Africa, I think it's extremely strange. It's like you gotta see him once a year. Let's be real. Who has $2,000 to fly to Africa every month?
Some people do. Some people do. Exactly. Some people do.
I guess that's when you all got
He's a prince and a king back then.
Oh,
for sure.
Well, I guess
Go
it's
do your
gonna be
thing,
another
girl.
topic
You never
for
know.
some other time.
Exactly.
As for today.
So the thing is dedication, communication, and self-discipline.
That's right.
So we talked about long-distance relationship, and we're glad to have you watching us. And please leave your comments and suggestions. We would love to talk about something you want us to talk about. So don't be afraid to leave us any comments and suggestions in terms of topics. And thank you for watching us, and thanks to Malaika TV and our producers. See you next time.
Woman, this is what she told me, and he denies it. Oh,
Okay.
that's not true.
Yeah,
that's what I'm telling you.
Not
She
yet.
was by the time
Of
that
course.
will prove.
Definitely.
Because at the end of the day, realistically speaking, you're gonna go. There's gonna be some people out there who's gonna.